Welcome to another episode of the Muscle Hustle Podcast. I'm your girl, Cokes.
I'm Ken.
Make sure to subscribe at the Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media platforms. We're talking Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're on it. Also, click. Link below, YouTube. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in. We're going to start right into it from left to right.
Dr. McDaniels.
How you doing, DJ Silent Killer?
DJ Shantae.
DJ JQ.
He said that with such boldness to me.
Got to put a drip on it so they don't trip on it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I appreciate all of y'all for coming in. The fact that y'all actually took time in y'all busy schedules to pop in on us, we definitely humbly appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you don't already know, it's a segment of the DJs, your hottest DJs in the city. Shoot, damn that. In the world, for real, because they be touring everywhere, for real. But I wanted to make sure to get them in here and really just get the hustle mentality on the DJ sector. Like, what's really good. Anybody that's looking to become a DJ, aspiring to become a DJ, or just pretty much be in the clique, see what it's really about. So we just gonna start. Left. Doc, what's good?
What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good.
How y'all doing? Y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Real good.
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Where you from?
Like, where was I born or where was I raised?
Both.
I was born in Kansas City. But,
Okay.
I mean, I moved down here, I think in the 6th grade. I'm getting kind of old now. So, like, half and half. But, like, to keep it short, I tell people I'm from Houston because I done been here since I moved here. I ain't left.
Gotcha.
I graduated from here. So
Okay, yeah, then you from here. Yeah, you graduated and you stayed. Yeah. SK.
I am from Puerto Rico /Jersey /Inglewood, back and forth.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
okay, all right now.
You're from Jersey.
He was in the army or something?
Nah, it's kind of ish.
Oh, okay.
Man, JQ originally from Bryan College Station, country town boy. I've been in Houston since 2004 and everything. So I'm a Houstonian now. So I just tell people I'm from the H, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, Brian, that's also in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's what Texas A&M University. That's what
I see.
everybody know what it is. It's about 100 miles from here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's fine.
Real country.
Real country.
I'm originally from Georgia, but I moved here in 2008, so I claim Houston. But back and forth, Atlanta, Georgia. I moved to LA for a little bit, but I came right back. So Houston is home.
I feel that. Okay, so straight down to it. Becoming a whole DJ. All right. Being a part of the music industry. Being a part of the entertainment industry at that, let's say that. How you get started?
How did I get started?
Mm-hmm.
I got started in my grandma's room. I mean, not my grandma. My room. My grandma's. Technically in my grandma's room, actually, because I was in my grandma's room when there's another DJ. His name is Dundee. That's who actually put me in the door with this. When I was in high school, I was actually in my grandma's room. Now I'm sitting there thinking about it. He was leaving my house, and he had his setup in my room. It was up, speakers, everything. And I was like, "Hey, bro, where y'all going?" He was like, "Man, I'm not gonna tell him.
Right. I'm not gonna tell him.
Some stuff,
Gotcha.
So, and I was like, "Well, I'm about to go upstairs and play with your computer." He was like, "Man, do it, but if you break it, you buying it." I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I went up there and I got to playing with the buttons. It looked like a big ass video game. Excuse my language. It's a big ass video game. That's what it looked like. And then I came back home from college. I realized I wasn't playing football no more, and I was like, all right, I gotta figure it out. I made $150 at TSU, and now I'm sitting here talking to you. That's how I got started.
$150, and that's all she wrote.
$150 and I dropped out of college. I had never seen that much money at once before. Like, I played football in high school. I ain't had no job, so that was like my real first job. I'm like, whoa, this off of 2 hours?
I was about to say, how many hours? A 2 hours
need
spent?
that.
Yeah.
What? I'm not waiting for no check. I don't advise nobody to drop out of college, though. Disclaimer. But yeah, for sure. I made that $150 and it sparked something. I'm like, man, I could do this. And then, yeah, I just dropped out and I figured it out.
I like
When I was
Oh,
going
you
to-
really thought you was about to be Silent Killer. Psych your mind.
When I was going to TSU, I used to manage a little shop next to Club Rhythms called Tata African Imports. During downtime, he had like a cassette tape and a turntable. So I kind of taught myself how to mix that way. He finally got 2 turntables, and I kind of learned that way. And kind of got lucky from there.
Lucky.
A little bit lucky.
Just FYI, for those that don't know, me also as a DJ, this is actually my mentor. So he don't like to claim it, but it's a cool. He went up, put me on all my gigs.
Going to me? Me, I was kind of thrown into the whole music and DJing. Like when I was playing football in high school, I was in the, hip hop dances. I used to be a dancer. People find that out. And they'd be like, people would see me in clubs when they see me moving around, they say, man, how you moving so tight? So he used to be a dancer back in the day. When people see old videos, they be tripping out like, damn, he used to be a dancer. So my mom and pops, they owned a little juke joint. In this place outside of Bryan College Station called Hearn, Texas. Shout out to my boy Charlie Boy, that's where he from. One day they DJ didn't show up and they had all the equipment and the music in there. It was cassettes and records and they was like, hey, DJ didn't show up. Here the playlist, just do this, this, and this. And I said, man, this is kind of cool. So then I started doing research on what I really needed to go further. And so I found, drove to Houston, bought me some turntables, went to Soundwave, started buying records. And then, I started, I would go to the college parties at Texas A&M when I was in high school, and this guy that was DJing, he had 2 turntables on one side, and I just kept watching him, not knowing who he was. Later on in life, I found out it was DJ Premier. He was going to PV at the time and everything. So, I was like, man, okay, that's the way to do it. So, I just kept practicing, and how I got my start, I started DJing all the Greek parties at Texas A&M and everything. And so that was kind of, my start into it. And at that time, some of the DJs from Houston were coming down just to kick it, and they started mentoring me, showing me the techniques of mixing, like GT, Michael Watts, Steve Nice. So they fine-tuned, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just throwing records. I didn't know nothing about blending or nothing like that. So yeah, they kind of fine-tuned me on the drip.
And we talk about like actual turntables and learning that stuff, right?
Yeah,
Learning
the records.
That, yeah.
Okay. For me, it was weird. I never thought I would be a DJ, but my dad is a DJ. Been a DJ my whole life. Then my little brother became one and was DJing overseas. He was in the military. So he used to do all the parties or whatever, but never thought I would be that. And then one day I had a friend, he was a photographer, and he just hit me up one day randomly. He was like, I had a dream that you was like DJing and you was like killing it. You was rocking the crowd. He was like, you might want to think about doing that. And then that just like set a bell off in my head. And I was like, what? Then I was like, who are the female DJs? And in Houston at the time when I started, it was like Superstar, and it was what's her name? 4.0. Y'all remember DJ 4.0?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was them two, and I was like, ooh, this is like a untapped market. I was like, let me learn. Fast forward, I had a homie that DJ'd in Third Ward at one of the hole in the walls, but his sets would be like 6 hours long. So I would go sit in the booth with him for hours and like watch him just use the equipment, listen to the music. It was like older music or whatever, but just listen to how he would blend the music. And then ever since then, I had like my first opportunity. It was terrible, but it made me want to learn more. So I just be in my room every day, practicing. I would send my mixes to my friends. I'd be like, what you think about this? They'd be like, nah, keep going. So then fast forward, got another big opportunity, and it went well, got paid. Like McDaniel said, like, that money, it come quick, and it was a lot at one time. Ended up quitting my little corporate job and went full time, and I ain't stopped. It's been 11 years.
Nice.
Man,
That's crazy.
dope right there.
And you started out on turntables too?
No, I started on a controller. I have turntables, and I know how to use them. I made sure I learned how to use them, but controller.
What about you?
No, it was definitely a controller. It was a Newmark controller. It was trash. Yeah.
What do you mean trash?
It was trash. It was
You got to see that new market. You know what he
Man.
talking about.
Man, it was
You got to
trash.
play on that
It was
Newmark.
pretty bad. And it was like 2000.
You know they still sell them.
It was 2010. So it was like, you could just
Oh, okay.
imagine what the technology, it was trash. It was bad. It was pretty bad.
So, right now, right? Solid thing about you. I mean, you be going overseas a lot as well too,
Yeah.
and DJing out there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and so being able to start from here, surpassing what you thought would happen and actually being able to be booked overseas. And I'm gonna get to everybody as well too, but let me start with you. Like, how does that feel? Because real talk, did you even see yourself going that far, or did you just think, okay, it's just gonna be on some college stuff and that's that?
Well, at first I wasn't even like on no college stuff. I just wanted some money. Like I was broke. That's really what it was. I was just broke, and I just knew I could make money from that. But at first, I didn't see myself. Parties was just what it was because that's how I was making the money. But once I went to, you remember Privé?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's when I got my first shot. That's when I got my first shot into the nightlife.
And then elaborate, what's Privé? That was
Privé
the
used to
club?
be a club.
Okay.
Privé used
We
to
used
be
to
a club,
do.
but it was high class. It was very like intimate.
Gotcha.
Very intimate. And I learned she was there. Like I opened for her and I opened for DJ Young Streets. And I came in there kind of big headed because I was rocking college parties. But this is college. Like it's fun. Ain't nobody spending no money in college.
Right.
I ain't know nothing about no section culture, no nothing. Now this is the beginning of the section culture. But you still had to like cater to the sections, cater to the people on the floor. Man, I got schooled like bad. I was like, dang, like they're not moving. Like they're not doing what.
What did that do to you?
Oh, it made me want to learn because I was like, damn. And then like, and I'm just being honest. I'm opening for a woman. I've never seen a woman DJing. So I'm
Okay.
opening for her. And she got on there and immediately everybody was just, I'm like, I'm not who I think. This is not, like I gotta figure it out. And then I kept coming back. Sometimes she wouldn't be there, Streets would be there. And then Streets would even come in and just like obliterate me. I'm like, bro, like I just really, what's going on? Then I finally figured out because I had to do the whole night. And I would just sit there and watch them because I would never leave. Like now I would leave if I opened, but no, I would never leave. I was sitting there watching
just
them.
studying them.
Why are they playing it from the second verse? Why are they? That wasn't a thing to me. Play it from the top. Play the song from the top. Why is they only playing the hook of this song? I'm not listening to none of that until I sat there and watched them. I sat there for them 4 hours when I had to DJ, and that was it. And I was like, okay, nah, I got to go crazy. Like I got to figure it out. So I know at first I wasn't thinking about no overseas, no nothing, no concert or anything. I was just thinking about some money. Then I got to that stage right there, and I was like, okay, I want to run the clubs. And then I got called for my first tour, and that was like, okay, I don't like clubs no more. This is like high school football compared to like the NFL.
Right.
I'm good on that. This is trash.
And just to elaborate, as far as tours is concerned, who are you talking about?
Like my first tour,
Mhm.
like my first tour was with T Wayne and Fetty Wap, and my first show was in San Antonio, and he was like, "Go out there, you got 15 minutes." I was like, "Okay." I never DJed for 15 minutes before, so now that's like crazy. Fit 2 hours into 15 minutes is crazy. So now I'm like, okay, now I really got to.
You gotta hit it hard.
I really got to get to the
Come in
point,
swinging.
right? And I don't talk on the microphone yet. Like that wasn't a thing with me yet. Oh man, it was crazy.
Do you talk now on the mic? Or you don't talk on okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I rocked it, but that was like a taste of blood, like blood to a shark. I was like, oh yeah, like I don't want to go back home to no damn club. Like, what? And then just putting on the money aspect too, like I got paid this for 15 minutes. Bro, I really don't want to go to no club. This is what? Ooh. But now the tours are with Don Tolliver. So the overseas, I don't think neither one of us seen that coming, to be completely honest.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think nobody seen that coming. I definitely didn't.
Interesting.
So being a DJ from Houston, right? You know how most Houstonians, they playing Fat Pat, they playing Screw, they playing all of this. So when you go to Detroit, you go to Florida, you go to these other states, they don't want to hear that. So how do you like lock into the culture in another state or another country?
Adapting.
Adapt.
Shazam.
You Shazam. So do you do your research before you get there? Like, okay, this
You got to. I mean, and then now Houston is kind of like a melting pot for a lot of stuff now. So like you'll go into a club now and half of the club, nobody's from Houston.
right.
Actually, the majority of the club, you had one section from Houston, everybody else is from Detroit, Miami, Chicago, stuff like that. So you'll catch on because you'll get those requests like, hey, bro, play this. Well, where you from? I'm from Detroit. Okay, I'll take that request. Come here because I ain't from Detroit. You might know something I don't. So you'll have like the basis of stuff most likely if you go to somewhere like Detroit. But you do got to do your research. You definitely do, because it might be a song like, for instance, if you don't come to Houston, you won't know about that Put It On song by Guap. Mr. Put It On. If like, that's something that you would have to ask somebody like, hey bro, what's a song that only people from Houston would know?
Mm-hmm.
That's one everybody from Houston's gonna know, or even a Fat Pat song. But that's why when I link with a DJ, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
I hit a DJ up quick when I'm out of town. You're not finna have me looking stupid. I hit a DJ up quick. I need that. So yeah, that's the easiest way to go about that.
Shantae, to hear the fact that like he actually used to open up for you, and then to see him where he at right now.
I love to see it. Like, it's the growth. That's what this is about. You should not be stuck in the same space or doing the same thing for years on. You should be elevating and hitting bigger pinnacles. And I love that. Like, that's a great story. I had forgot about that, actually. So you just reminded me, and I'm just like, damn, we have been rocking that long. Like, damn. Like, but yeah. So like, I love to see it. It's shit. You and Don. Like, I remember Don doing my industry nights. Like, and to see where he at now, and then to see you right along, like, it's amazing.
Appreciate it.
You've elevated as well too.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't be on my I mean, to the point where like I've seen stuff with Nike. I've seen stuff with other brands, you know, on the corporate side. Now, granted, I know you said you used to work for corporate, but then you ended up DJing as well too, and now you're actually DJing for corporate events as well. You know what I mean? And actually like contracting with them and all that.
Right.
Like, that's all right. Let's compare that, because you got the club,
Which
you
I
got
hate, like he does.
you got the tours, right, and then you got corporate. All right. And there's probably other things in between as well, too. But, like, which one you said? Okay, obviously, we now know you ain't going back to the clubs either.
Yeah, I'm not a clubby DJ. I'm more of like a bar lounge and a corporate and radio DJ.
Okay.
That's me. Like,
Radio is the other one. Yep.
Yeah,
So, elaborate.
definitely.
Like, which one is, like, more
I like the
favorite?
corporate. The corporate got the bag. Not even gonna lie to you.
Ooh-wee.
And it's easy.
Preach.
And you don't even have to do an amazing job. As long as you keeping a cute little vibe going for whatever brand you're working with, it really doesn't matter. But they pay. They got the money for it. So that's
And
my
is it
favorite.
just a matter of building your resume to be able to be
Building
considered
your
for something
resume,
like
word
that?
of mouth, always doing a good job, just doing good business. That right there takes higher presence over everything. Like, if you show up on time, you're professional, you have everything in order, and you're nice, and they like you, oh, you in there.
So regardless of the fact, like, people haven't misconstrued that, okay, yeah, you're just a DJ. So they don't even see the marketing aspect. They don't see the
building
promotion
your
of,
brand,
like,
it
the
takes
building
a
the
lot.
brand and all that takes all that on a business spectrum to actually be able to put yourself out there as a brand and not just as an entity, in a sense, right?
Right.
It's the man in the back.
What it is, and what it ain't.
Listen, big time Mr. Dancer / amped up all the time, always moving, a joy at that. Like, I mean, honestly, JQ, when I first met you, of course, it was at level 1. I'm still trying to get to know everybody around here, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, who is this dude training with Kent? Why is he so amped? He amper than me. Like, I'm
Energy is
usually the one
unmatched.
out around, dancing around, trying to get everybody like all amped up.
Always.
And I'm just like, who is this dude? And then I found out, I was like, oh, this dude is like, oh, okay. All right. He that man. He that Pimparelli. Where did that come from?
Well, it's crazy. Like, so when I first started working for the radio station, when I would greet people, I'd be like, what's up, pimpin'? You know, what's up, pimpin'? And so when I started doing that, people started reversing it, and they'll call me pimpin', what's up, pimpin', what's up. And then so one day I was on the radio, and I didn't have a full time. I was part time. I went in the studio with G-Man one day, and I was just talking fly. And I used to hear E40 always talk about Fonzarelli all the time. So I was just talking fly. I said, yeah, JQ, blah, 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 Pimparelli in this thing. And then I was like, oh, snap. I'm going to run with that. And I just started running with it. And then it got to the part that 80% of the time when people text me, see me, it be like, Pippin, what's up? Pimparelli, what's up? You know, it don't be JQQ no more, it be
Right,
Pippin.
Pippin.
So when people say Pippin, like I had a dude from New York, and came down here and knew some mutual people in this city. And I was like, yeah, man, I know them too. I said, say you met Pimpin'. Let's say it. I said, that's easy for you to remember. If I tell you JQ, you might not remember. He went back and they called me, man, they say, he said, man, we met Pimpin'. They said, oh, we knew who that was right there. So it just kind of, something that was a joke ended up sticking, you know what I'm saying? And then also it's my personality too. That what people told me. So I just use that, it's the pimping is the way of life, the way I talk, way I walk, way I move, way I make people feel,
Walking
you know what I'm
around
saying?
like you got your own theme music behind you.
Oh man, I need to, you know what I'm saying?
You do. Indeed. But as far as your career thus far has gone, right? I mean, like you said, you started in Bryantown. Is it Bryan or Bryantown?
Bryan, Texas.
Town.
Is it Bryantown? What is it?
That
Bryan,
sound like somewhere in
Texas.
Jamaica. Bryantown.
Don't do me. Correct me when I'm
Bryan,
wrong.
Texas.
Bryan.
Yeah, they say
Texas.
Bryan. Yeah, there it is.
There you go. Starting there, right? And then moving on to college parties, right?
Mhm.
And then graduating that to what, clubs as well too?
Yeah. We didn't have a super. I actually threw my own parties down
Oh,
because we didn't have a whole lot of clubs. So I learned from some of my mentors that were in Houston that actually worked for the box, but they were like opening up radio stage. They taught me the club game. So I would go rent out buildings, throw my own parties, and then I started throwing my own concerts. That's how I built a relationship with all the Houston artists. So
Gotcha.
I would bring down, I think my first concert was with Lil Flip, and that's when he had I Can Do That out. So I would just bring them down, bust down with them, boom, boom, boom. And then I built a relationship with them. And I always told them, I said, man, because we could pick up 97.9 in Bryan. So I would listen and like a fan of the radio. And I said, man, one day I'm going to work up there one day. And they was like, man, we hope you come down here, but you ain't coming. And so, eventually I jumped in the car one day. I quit everything that I was doing, jumped in the car, moved down here with no plan, slept in my car for 2 weeks till I was able to get an apartment, and was making, working at a newspaper to make ends meet. And then I was kind of sneaking into the box, interning and learning the streets as far as the DJ, because I knew when I moved here, my mentality, what somebody did in 5 years, I had to do in 1 year. So when I got here, just like Doc was talking about, even, coming from doing college parties, I'm not the kind of person that wants to go in and fail. So I would just shadow people. I would go around with GT. I would go around with Walter D, Steve Nice, Michael Watts, LaRose at the time that was doing his thing. And I would just sit in the back and I'd watch, what is the format? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Then I went in and bam, bam, bam. Within a year, I was in the top tier. And at the time, one of the biggest parties was the milkshake on Thursday. So if you was in there, you became iconic.
Yeah.
Like you had the High C's in there, you had the Rob G's, the GT's. I'm like, I got to get in there. And I know I was pressing for like 6-7 months with Lisa Rod. Like, I got to get in this club. She said, you ain't ready. I just kept on coming around. And then one day she said, you ready? I said, let's go. I went in there and killed it, got added to the rotation. And after that, the phone started ringing. Who this guy is? Come over here. Come here. And so it just kicked off like that. But yeah, that's always, been my mentality in it, just grind it out. I always put my ego to the side. I don't really have a huge ego, just like what Doc was saying it was times that Doc was opening for me. And, and then I watched Doc go build himself. Mm-hmm. It got to the point that people hit me and was like, yo, we need somebody to open. I was like, who headline? They like, Doc. I was like, cool. And they're like, you ain't tripping? I said, no. It's like, why would I do that? Like, it ain't about that. My money don't change, though, regardless. That's not me. And what would I be where I am established? I've established my name. My guy is the next guy up. So that's what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to, hey, shout out, bam, I'm coming, and I'm gonna open up for him the way you're supposed to open up. I'm gonna set him up like Scottie Pippen. Like my thing is, I know when to be Scottie Pippen, and I know when to be Michael Jordan. Yep. When I'm headlining, I'm Michael Jordan. Yep. When I'm opening, I'm Scottie Pippen. I'm gonna assist you and make you look good. It got to the point when I would do that for certain DJs, they wouldn't have to worry about what did you play? Did you play the song that I'm supposed to play? That's never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's like DJ 101 just because of the mentors that I came up under that taught me the game,
Yep.
So just to elaborate, because I do be doing my research, when it comes to production, right? Because I read that you also produce, is the production portion more so of the events that you throw?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I elaborated on that because I was like, oh, let me find out you actually a producer as well too on music. Okay. You said a lot of things that honestly really struck a chord because like there's that one thing where, well, one, it's really a big correlation between the hustle mentality of a DJ based off of y'all stories thus far and like almost like a comedian as well too and how they gotta hustle and waiting for that turn. And if you really hungry and you on that dog eat dog, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna go to that one spot that's hot. I wanna be on that stage. And it's just like somebody telling you you're not ready, you're not ready. And it's just like, but you still gotta stay ready. You know what I mean? In order to wait for your turn.
Yep.
And so when you said that, I was just like, damn, these sound like a lot of these comedians that I met up like back in like New York. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they were all saying the same exact thing. But one thing also is just the fact that I want to make sure I put out there is the fact of gatekeeping. You know what I mean? And then also not giving accolades to even if somebody is one that's you've seen grown up, not giving them their flowers for actually sticking to it and learning from y'all and actually surpassing what anybody would expect. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you said, look, I know when to be Scotty and I know when to be Mike. You don't hear that a lot. They don't.
Ego. People
you know what
got
I'm saying?
egos. They be like, I'm not letting you.
I ain't
I'm not
opening
opening
for you.
no dude.
Like,
That's
what you mean, man?
That's confidence, though. You know,
Yeah.
and he got confidence in what he got going. You know,
He
and
can't be
got
caught
confidence.
pimping if he ain't got no
Right.
confidence.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, it's like if you good at what you do, can't nobody take nothing
That's
from you.
facts.
It's
That part.
room to get money everywhere.
So much.
So it's like don't be like that, and you'll build a better camaraderie with people if you just put that ego to the side and be the person that helps and give advice and put people in places where they can be great.
Yep.
And you only taught that because that's what people did for me. People like, hey, JQ, bam. GT said, oh, you ready? Bam, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And then, I came in, they always say the class, learning with my fellow, I came in when I started getting into the clubs, like me, Hasi, and Rogers all kind of start around the same time. So, we was learning from each other and everything. And to this day, doing research.
Chilling.
You know what I'm saying? I could be in the club and Doc or Shantae DJing, I'll be in the back. And I'm always a student of the game. I'm listening. Oh man, that's dope. And then I come at the end. Wait, what's up, Pimpin'? How you was in here? Yeah. So I do that. I do research. You never at a point to where you know it all.
Not know.
Right.
You got to
Never not
sit there
learn
and see what the vibes. Even when, like Doc was saying, when we was asking why going out of town, when I travel, before I even get booked in that city, I'm going to that city. I go to the major cities, Miami, Vegas, Chicago, New York, and I'm in the clubs. I'm seeing what the vibe is. So when that opportunity comes for me to go DJ in that city, I know what it is. I've seen some DJs from here because they don't travel and then they go somewhere else and it's shell shock. They get boom, boom. I done seen them on big platforms, like big platforms that I've never touched yet. And I get the call, yo, that guy, because they're thinking of it. You can't do what you do here everywhere else. So, there's different
don't
records,
work.
different
And
vibe,
with bodybuilding. You thinking you competing in your backyard, you the shit. And
Till you
you
hit that
try to
East
go
Coast.
for nationals and flop. But we're not even gonna go there.
That was triggering.
What was crazy is, man, when he was starting off, I was just opening the gym, Cleburne.
Oh, for real?
And we used to do a college night, mandatory Monday with Cowboy. And Dundee was started DJing. Dundee was getting booked. And he was like, man, I'm going to send my little bro over there. So I'm like, man, who? You know what I'm saying? And he brought him. Ever since then, I mean, once I saw, I think I heard him once. He came in, he killed it. Then somebody else filled in because he got booked. Then all the good DJs just started getting booked, like booked back to back. Then when I saw him again, I haven't seen him, a year or two. Then I saw him again, he was on Instagram, killing it. I was just like, damn, this nigga really doing it.
Like, oh, I know
Like,
him.
yeah.
I know him.
But yeah, and then I've been knowing Shantae for a long time as well. Just when she got into the DJ scene, when I moved out here, I think the first DJ I met out here was Hasi. And then when I was at TSU, they was on the yard DJing. Hasi and I think it was Energizer.
You attended TSU?
I played football at TSU.
Okay, so how was like
That was crazy. Like,
Yeah, 'cause-
when I went,
because I went, but like
nah,
you
it
older
wasn't the
than
same.
He looked
Like,
just trying to call you
TSU,
old.
y'all had hump days back then?
Huh?
Like y'all had hump days, like y'all come out on Wednesdays?
Every day was hump day.
What?
Hasi was on the yard every day.
Was High C and who the MC dude?
MC Quay, yeah.
High C and
Every
Quay was
day?
on. They down there was on the yard every day.
SGA, what was we doing?
Right, no,
I ain't
it
go
was.
to class?
It was. I'm telling you, dog. It was a party.
Man, they wouldn't allow that when I was there.
Like this
When I tell you it was a party every day,
Education.
that little circle, it used to be a little circle in the front by the boys' dorm. Like they blocked all
right
that
in
off
front
now.
of the Tiger Walk?
Yeah, that right there used to be a car show. You had dude came in. Dude used to have these spinners, and I didn't know who he was. Obviously, it was Slim. So that was I met whoever the Slim Thug was. Then all the rappers, they used to all pass through. It was like a car show, bro. The whole yard was just crunk every day, dog.
The Lil Jon era took that away. So by the time you got there, because they all that Lil Jon music, they were fights breaking out. They cut that down.
That's when Dallas and Houston stuff started.
Then the big tucks and all that. I'm gonna do something bad to you. And they said, boo.
But nah,
Don't play that record.
every day was hump day at TSU back then. Nobody graduation rate was crazy. People was going to TSU just to get a financial aid check.
Damn.
And drop out 2 weeks later.
Remember that?
Wow.
Yeah, then they had to put a
I
stop to that.
believe it.
Because
'cause I
TSU
got
was
that
it was
ass
open
free
enrollment.
Yeah.
You ain't need no.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was open enrollment. So like everybody was going there.
Yeah, I believe
Crazy. I was used to walk with this dude. Like we'd walk every day. I see him. What's up, man? Man, I'm about to go to class. You going to class? Man, I ain't going to class. I don't go here. I was just out here for those. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, I'm about to go to class. I got a game Saturday night. But yeah, man, TSU was crazy. High C them was the
You know
shit
about
back
that?
then. Well, still is. They still killing it.
Right.
But yeah, they was an Energizer, and then I think after that was what's his name? He be
Streets.
Nah, he had Grooves. Well, he used to be at Grooves.
Skywalker.
Nah. Anyways, I forgot his name. We ain't gonna hold up. But it'll come to me. But nah,
So many DJs.
yeah, it's a lot of DJs.
It's a lot,
Because
yeah.
they came up.
It's a
Matter
lot
of
now.
fact, after that, I think after the TSU era, that's when High C came up with the Go DJs,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of the guys, started getting on that. But
JQ, you're also part of an elite group of DJs, right? Core DJs?
Heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Right? Quick.
You said who?
Quicksilver and all them?
Quick's not in the heavy hitters. His affiliate. It's you got like DJ Infamous in it, which is Ludacris DJ, Felly Fell out of Chicago, DJ Camo in DC. You got Efeezy, of course the guys in New York. Enough, who is the the DJ for Biggie, Hot 97. Voila, DJ Ferris and Sean Mack in Chicago. So it's pretty much major people in major markets and everything.
so how do that go? So like you got heavy hitters. I guess in Houston you got like Go DJ, different groups. So when I come to the town or come to that city, do I got to hit y'all up? If I'm a DJ coming in, should I hit y'all up and be like,
Is it almost
I'm
like a
coming
bike
to y'all
club?
city?
Well, it's not even about who if you belong to a coalition. If you got a relationship with a DJ, you hit them up. Not to be. I know with the heavy hitters, it's kind of almost like a fraternity and the brotherhood and sisterhood. Like when we go to something that I've never experienced before with DJs, it's like, just say how me and Efeezy, how we got close. When I got into the heavy hitters, he was already one. I went to Miami and I said, who out here in Miami? I said, Efeezy. He was like, oh, you a heavy hitter? Let me pick you up from the airport. Like came pick me up, took me to the hotel, took me out, took me around. You ain't seen nothing like that. Then we go to the club. Mind you, this is at the peak of when he was in Miami. We go to the club and he's like, you want to get on? Huh? He said, use my computer. Go and do 15, 20 minutes. Nobody does that.
No.
But that's how all the guys are. They real like humble like that. With and that's what I like about it. But but it's pretty much, it don't be no, I'm with this people, I'm with the DJs. We in a whole nother fraternity, sorority ourselves. It's just like we always be bonded. It's like we live by a different creed. You know what I'm saying? It's by supporting each other, reaching out to each other. What you need. Except for the ones that got big heads, we don't mess
So
with
is the goal? Like radio DJ? Is that like one of the goals?
Yeah, because I was doing radio in Bryan, and that's what made me the guys threw me into it, and I was like, I had never done it before, and I'm like, man, I like this. And I knew in Bryan College Station was so much I could do. So when I moved to Houston, that was the main goal before the club stuff was get on the radio. So I worked for free for 2 years, interning and doing odd jobs. I was filing paperwork and filing Walter D's records, and then finally I got a part-time job as a on-air personality / mixer, and it just went from there. Just started moving my way up the ranks.
That's crazy because coming up, our radio DJ Khaled was our radio DJ.
Yeah.
In Miami, it was what, Power 96.
Yeah.
96 Jams. So now to see him escalate from Maria is crazy.
Yeah, and even like then guys like that, and seeing like even Luda, Luda started out on the radio, XO on our sister stations. That's where he got his start at. And you see where you can go with it, being an artist or a DJ, man. Sky's the limit.
Okay. SK, you back there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Hold that thought. Genre-wise, right? What would you specify your genre is in regards to, like, they got open format DJs, right? And then I'm gonna kind of elaborate on that a little bit. But would you say that you have a specific genre that you usually kind of go to, you're booked for in regards to like your expertise?
Well, I mean, in Houston, on the urban side, you booked from the urban side.
Nigga music.
It's like the same. Like that's, Houston got its own sound. It's crazy when I say that, but
it is what it is.
Because you go everywhere else and it's like, bro, you can really get in your bag. Here it's kind of risky. It's kind of like Steph Curry shooting a 3 and somebody coming off the bench who knows they can shoot their same 3.
Yeah.
But if he miss it, it's an issue. Steph miss it, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. He got that name. He can miss it.
Yeah.
You better not come off that bench and shoot from half court. Don't do that.
Right.
So, yeah, that's how it is. But I would say I'm open format because when I go everywhere else, like, I play what I want to play. Here, I just know what to play.
Now, SK, Puerto Rican dude that really specializes, from what everybody else knows, in dancehall and Afro beats.
Yeah.
Like, you be in your bag when it comes to that. That's usually from what I noticed, that you get booked for. Now, granted, I know you're an open format DJ, but just being Puerto Rican and yet getting booked.
The epitome of Caribbean. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Yes. So I'm good with the dancehall part. Right. But the Afro beats, like you're actually ranked as one of the #1 Afrobeat DJs.
Okay.
Don't okay me. And so just knowing that and having to deal with the stigma of, oh, okay, well, he ain't African, you know what I'm saying? But yet he
Jamaican either.
or Jamaican, but you're Caribbean.
Or Trinity.
Or Lord Jesus. So you know where I'm getting at, right? Like, how do you deal with that?
To me, music is music. That's how I kind of judge it that way. I go by the crowd, I go by the people, I do my research, unlike some people. A lot of Niger DJs here are stuck to only just the Niger Afro beats. They don't think about the compa, sukus, all that. I try to get in that bag. I try to give them experience pretty much. So I'm trying to play for you like you in Kenya, like you in Dubai, if you in Nigeria,
Right.
if you in Congo even.
And so those
Same thing with the
DJs,
other islands as well.
right. So those DJs that be out there, right, that be always, not so much, I'm not going to say angry. No, they be bitter.
Sometimes.
They be bitter. What advice would you give them as far as just not being bitter and just getting better?
What about you?
Enough said. Okay.
But being at Houston, right? Houston is becoming a melting pot, right? So like Miami, we got Bahamians, Haitians, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexican. We got everybody. It's a big melting pot.
Scene out there too.
Right.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is, our clubs, we're gonna play nigga music, but then the nigga might come with some Puerto Rican shit, or then come with some Jamaican dance hall. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they kind of verse now. A lot of them DJs out there are kind of verse, right?
Right.
So being at Houston is just getting to that. Do you think you got to, DJs have to tighten up, or?
I personally feel like DJs got to tighten up in general out here. If that's just being honest. Every single one of them being honest. That was just being real. Because I feel like everybody getting stuck to a playlist because of
What's popular, what's top 10.
it ain't even that, man. I could call a spade here. You know what?
Please do.
I'm far enough in my career to where if you get mad, you get mad.
You'll be all right.
you have so much stuff that plays in it that a lot of people don't see. So you have bottle girls that'll walk up to you, hey, play this. I got this. This bottle coming out. I got to run out this bottle. It's like, no, that's what that. Well, that's me. I'm no. Like hell.
Somebody just did that. I think that was
I get that a lot.
He just did that. A fit chick. He don't take requests.
Energizing.
He kept pressing the button. The chick was like, "Can you play?"
Ooh.
He was like, "I don't take requests." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, I don't play those games. Reason being is because, for one, depending on my slot, I actually got a job to do. Me personally, it ain't even a me personally thing. Every DJ should know the opening slot is the most important slot, for one, because you're supposed to, just like JQ said, you're supposed to be Scottie pimping right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to drop 30, but do not drop 30. 15 points tops, but pass the rock.
And keep them there.
Just keep them, just keep them in front of you, keep them entertained,
You
right?
set up the night.
Exactly. So do not walk up to me before 12 asking me to play a song that is hot on TikTok or a song that is hot right now in the club. You look on Apple Music, it's top 10. No. I don't care. Why did they order their bottles this early? They're not even drunk yet. They don't give a damn about this song.
But you know, there's actual DJs who literally intentionally will go out knowing that this is the open slot and no.
Post DJs, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, so I think DJs here should tighten up in general. And then Houston is becoming a tourist city, so it's like a lot of promoters here also don't know what like they're just forgetting what a good DJ is. I'm sorry, like after.
Preach.
Like, the class before my class of DJs, JQ like, damn, little bro, you kind of going crazy. I'm sorry, I gotta let it be known. Okay, the class before me was the last good class of DJs, and I mean good as in they knew what they were doing, ins and outs, the back room behind it, the front room, the money. They know everything, ins and outs to DJing.
Mm-hmm.
So they know how to open, they know how to close. That was it. But now, no. So so promoters, they don't get to see JQ and them no more.
Right.
They don't get to see that no more.
So what advice would you give them though? Like
With
to
the promoters?
tighten up? Yeah.
Tighten up and actually go look and see go out of town.
Okay.
See what a real DJ is. Go to
But you can
Vegas.
tell the difference though. Like industry night, don't you do like Wednesdays R&B?
No, I'm not. That's Hakeem Rogers do that, but that was a big. Just like what Doc was saying. We're at a time, and just not in Houston, where a lot of promoters and bottle girls, no disrespect to nobody, they try to dictate with the DJ, and if you don't do what they think you should do, they go and badmouth you, like you don't know what you're doing. And like we have studied this, we know what we're doing. We're chefs, we're cooks. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell nobody how to promote. I don't tell, if I don't know how to play a guitar, I can't tell you how to play the guitar. But you know I play it. And so like Doc was saying, so you could come out, you might have a whole bunch of people that's, let's just say, just this past week, a bunch of people from DC was in there, played some DC records, some house records, people going crazy. So, and then everybody was drunk and they went into it because this particular place, it's not a bunch of, now do this. They let you do what you do. Right. Some people try to put a control in it. Some DJs, because they tell me, they be like, man, pimp, man, they be telling me this and telling me that. I said, man, you just got to speak up, man. You just got to speak up and do your craft. But like Doc was saying, we could really create a good bowl of gumbo, but we're restricted. But we were like, we go against the grain. We don't care.
I was about to say, y'all the who's. So it's like,
and they'll be mad. I ain't getting him no more. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll go over here.
Right. And that's fine. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hurt me.
I'm leaving tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, I'm nah, for real. That's really how I be looking at it now. Like, I'm leaving tomorrow anyway. So, I mean, do your thing. But Houston in general, I would say as a promoter, go out of town and go to a city like Vegas or Miami where they have to play something different than trap. Go there and go see what a real DJ, and go early so you can see what they playing, because you can be like, damn,
you can feel the transition though.
Yeah, it's not a flop, but that's what it's lit, but they ain't played nothing. They ain't played nothing. I ain't heard nothing. D-Lo, I ain't heard Lil Baby, I ain't heard trap. Bro, they ain't played nothing. It's 9:00. Lit. Niggas drunk on top of their heads. You got to go somewhere else. Here,
house music, everything.
Here, man,
it's a standard. Not until 9:00. Everything start going up 10 till.
You talking about in
here?
Oh, here.
Yeah. Okay. That's like the standard.
That's usually how it is. Yeah, because shit, I'm on the live music side, so I see the whole thing evolve. Right, if I stay for the whole night. So the live music side, we playing, getting the crowd, whatever. We leave. The start DJ come. He just plays something. But usually it depends on if they're young or not. They come in smashing right in. Boom! Drop that ass. I'm like, oh,
Like, dang.
you just came from a live music set, right? Like let flow in. What we just played
Exactly.
and,
Bust it wide open.
Read the room.
I'm like, damn, you
Read
ain't
the room.
This shit for to be hot. It's gonna be dead by the time 11 o'clock. This shit gonna
Or
be
you're
because
gonna
you
be
didn't play
repeating
everything.
music and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't saw
Oh,
nights
music
was like that.
definitely be getting
Like this
repeated.
nigga played this they've played this 3 times that night. There'll be some clubs where we play early, and it'll be probably 3 DJs that come in. So you got that DJ doing the live music set, then you got that starter DJ, then you got the closer. Man, I'm like, and just dealing, I've been around Lil Keith since, whatever. So any live music segment I'm playing, and I see these DJs come in, it's just like, whoa, okay, he knew. What he doing?
Well, so I went to Miami. First, I went to Atlanta, and I went to B. Cox's arm. I was like, damn, the whole full night.
You started that here, huh?
Yeah. And so then I went to Miami, hung out with Feezy. It was another spot similar. Went to Chicago. They had 4 or 5 of them that's playing vibes. I'll come back. I'm like, yo, y'all need to do this. Man, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
And it
Lil
does.
Keith went and did it at Andre's spot and brought B. Cox in. People saw, oh, this worked. Then you got all these R&B nights. Everybody got an R&B night. But I was glad because that shows you that it does work. And it is, it's about good music. That sometimes I'll be feeling like we just be following. Like, man, this is scum.
But does it take someone like you to just be like, okay, well, you know what? You may not jump on, but I'm going to go ahead and curate the event.
Man, it got to be a group effort because I can jump and push the effort. And if I ain't got nobody, everybody stand off to the back, slide back into the bushes.
into the bushes.
I got to be like, man, you got to do it too. You got to do it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause it's no longer where one voice can do it. We all got to stand as a union and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. So, like, as far as dealing with promoters, right? So you were saying, like, okay, the promoters are lazy, right? And you were also saying that, okay, they don't be wanting to pay folks and whatnot, right? But somebody else can look at it just like, okay, well, they're probably trying to finally give those young heads a chance.
Nah.
Okay.
Not if you want your night. And
Definitely
keep
not.
your
Not if
club.
you trying to build or keep it.
Not no premiere night. Not no Friday, Saturday, especially a brunch on a Sunday. Man, you fuck that up. You fuck your bag up. I feel like you give them a chance.
People
too.
follow DJs whether you know it or not.
Yeah, and
People
it's like-
follow the DJ.
That's true.
And if it's somebody that they giving a chance to, it's like you're going to know like, okay, this dude might be him. Like he might be that guy. Like, cause he not gonna leave his court. He not gonna be asking like, man, how you do this?
How you do this? How you do that?
set up?
Right.
He level's gonna be right. He gonna go in seamlessly. And the only question you gonna hear at that night is, hey, who the hell was that? Who the hell was opening for me? Where's so and so? So and so probably had to go out of town. He got booked last minute just because he been asking. Right place, right time. But as far
That's
as just
the
giving
hunger.
somebody a shot, ain't no promoters doing that no more.
Right.
That's dead.
They coming with their DJ.
That's dead.
So as a DJ, do y'all have riders? Like if y'all DJing at different clubs, I know when y'all go out of town, they asking y'all.
Oh, we gather for out of town. They don't obey no riders here.
Yeah, they don't do that here.
Look at you crazy.
Out of town or corporate events.
Okay.
They got riders.
But I will
Elaborate exactly what a rider is for those that don't know.
It's just like a set list of requirements
She may
for your
want,
set.
She may want gummy worms at her DJ booth.
That's like, but like
QA, what the mics?
the mics, the DJ board, the DJ booth, the measurements it need to be right, like cords, outlets, all that stuff. It just everything has to be in place. Like, and it might be even worse for tour DJs. I don't know what kind of riders y'all got, but I know for like regular stuff, it's
ride
just
crazy.
making sure we could do our job.
And if you're sponsored by somebody, you got to use certain stuff, huh?
Man, you got to take the label off.
Put the black tape
on.
Mhm.
I don't even don't black tape nothing. Take it off, rip it off. Be safe. Rip it off.
That's crazy.
Balance.
Any of y'all sponsored? I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Nah, I ain't.
Not sponsored yet?
Nah, not
No
yet.
Serato.
I was about to say, is that something
Not
that
yet.
you're looking?
Is that what y'all trying to do?
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's coming.
I like that.
It's coming.
Okay. Is there a certain amount of a certain person you got to DJ for, or you got to? I mean, you know how if I play drums, right? And I played for, just say, Tank,
Okay.
and I went on tour, and I'm on tour with Tank. Sabian, which is a simple company, they may hit me up, or I hit them up like, yo, I'm drumming for Tank. We got a 30-city tour. They're gonna give me a sponsorship, or they're gonna make me a ambassador, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or Remo, that hit the drum head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like being that you are going through all these cities and whatever, you know, that's probably the way to get out there. Do you think that's how that works?
Yeah, I was like, have you tried? Yeah. Did you know that?
You didn't know that?
Nah, I mean, if I'm being honest, damn. Did you, boy? You doing something? Hold on.
And it
I
go,
ain't never thought about
and it go back to this is my man, closed mouth never get fed. It's like sometimes you just gotta because you Don Tolliver's DJ. It'd be easy. You get sponsored from a whole, but sometimes you gotta, if you don't know how to get to them directly, you gotta find out who they are and email and say, and then
Or get
send
you
all your
somebody, a
information, and it'll
manager.
happen like real quick. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got like the management or somebody that has the connections for the Verizons and all these big corporate companies, you just go in there and tell them yourself and be like, oh yeah, we love to do that. Cut the check.
That's with any
Is
industry
that
though.
how this
Nah,
correlation happened about Mr. Branson?
Oh no, that happened just organically and just building relationship for over years. Yeah, just being cool with Fifth and that's how that happened. You know?
That's any industry though. You know what I mean? Even with me with fitness, right? I can see a massage gun or something on there, and I'm hitting them up. Hey, really like your product? Would like to try it out. You know, blah blah blah. Give them my credentials, and they see my name and see I got IFBB in front of my thing, and then my followers. Hey, what's your address? Let me go ahead and send it.
5 of them.
And they, huh?
He said we 75 of them.
Right. And they send it to me. You know what I mean? I got a lot of stuff of just
It's good.
reaching out. You know what I mean? Some they're not gonna reach out to you. Some of them probably will, depending on
nowadays.
if something go viral and they, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, you just have to reach out to them.
Honestly, it's almost the same formula. It's just having to be tweaked based on the industry itself. You know what I mean?
But I think you should try. Well, all y'all should try.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all
Somebody.
got big names.
Press kits, all that. Get all that in.
I got an EPK. I got a good EPK.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it works.
That
Yeah.
EPK
It works.
Ooh, that EPK works, boy. Yeah, that
It's the easiest. When you get the fur, you gonna see how easy it is. It's gonna be beautiful thing.
DJs, EPKs, secret sauce, my boy.
Yes.
Elaborate what that is.
A DJ resume.
Electric,
You said-
electronic press kit.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
What does that entail?
It's just a short format of everything you've done, your whole career, numbers if you have social media, just brands you've worked with, events you've done, just very short. And then it's pictures. You got to make sure it looks pretty.
Professional one.
Professional
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah. Can't be the stuff you just took with a.
Yeah. No,
With the
not
in the
IG
mix
posts. Professional pics.
That's
So let's talk about balancing. You didn't even let me
Ooh-wee.
finish.
Uh-oh.
Balancing the DJ life, right? Your career and you just living as a regular civilian.
lifestyle.
How that work?
It ain't easy.
SK?
I just wasn't sleeping. Let's go to work. Get back to a party, after party, wake up, go to work. Just drink my cranberry juice. That's all I was.
Cranberry juice.
Old ass.
Your bro right here be in Vegas for a couple of weeks. Get off the plane. Pam, I just got off the plane. What's up? What the drip
Yeah,
is
what
today?
the drip is today.
What we
It-
doing?
It's
we got
hard.
legs?
I just literally got the balance down probably 4 years ago. I think being married helped me get the balance down because
Oh, yeah?
you start thinking more about life and. Man, am I working harder or smarter? I was working harder, but not working smarter. So, just basically balancing my day schedule at the radio station, balancing my DJ gigs. With me, I was DJing damn near every night. And including doing the day job at the radio station, it was taking a lot out of me. So
Yeah.
I said, so what I did, and this after the pandemic show, so, pandemic being able to sit down for so long and never being able to sit down for that long in my career. And it's like, man, it's cool to sit in my house and sit down on the, couch. So what I did, I started stacking my stuff like on the weekends, back to back to back. That way my weeknights are free. Occasionally I do some one-offs here and there, and everything. And that just kind of freed up my time, be able to get my sleep in, get my family time in with the kids, the wife, be able to work out, because that's real big right now. I done got addicted to working out to even when I'm on vacation, I'm in the gym. And just accountability, I'll take a picture, send to Ken, I'm in here. I'm in the Dominican Republic, but I ain't losing that, So, when you get that mentality, it's easy because you look at people like Kevin Hart, The Rock, and people used to tell me I do too much. Man, you working too much. You doing too much. And I look at them guys, I'm like, shh,
That's
they
the
living
person
out
they
3
ain't
and 4
doing
hours
enough.
sleep.
Right.
They
I
ain't
ain't
doing
trying.
enough.
Yeah, so you just get that hustle in and just try to figure out the balance, but always remember families first. and get that time in with your family and your kids, because that time not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Just what's happening in the world today. You
Right.
know?
Yep.
Shantae?
Yeah, it's definitely a balance. It's not easy, but like he said, he just figured out the balance in the last 4 years. I probably figured it out for me in the last 2 years. But my thing is, I don't want to grow old. So I'm like trying to do everything in between, balancing nightlife, but during the day, like fitness, like just being healthier, having more healthy choices. And right now my schedule is like I have residency. So every week I'm doing the same thing. So now I can kind of plan out
Structure a little bit
I
more.
have a lot more structure than I did before. Every now and then it gets a little crazy, but for the most part, I have a structured schedule and I know what I'm going to be doing on a daily basis. So it's just, that's the only way you can balance it. Got to get your rest too.
He sleeping
Doc.
right. He sleep right,
Right. With your eyes open.
I'm maintaining. Balancing is pretty difficult. I got 2 kids. Balancing is not pretty easy, if I'm being completely honest. The DJ life in general, but especially my DJ life, considering I have to travel and perform all of that. But you figure it out. I think I figured it out I figured it out on the first kid, so 3 years ago. It's like by force though. Like you gonna have to sit down. You're not gonna be able to do what you want to do, cause like it ain't about me no more. But nah, once you find it, it's cool. It's cool. It's like it's like being in a very cold room. No, a very hot room with the window open and it's cold outside. It's like you right there in the cut. Once you find that balance,
These analogies,
Right.
that's how I feel.
on point. Because that could vision.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Heat blasting with that window up there. There it is.
See?
Advice on those that are looking to get into this industry as a DJ this time around.
What's a starter board? A startup controller. Like if I want to start today and I want to go to Guitar Center.
First of all, it's not even about the equipment. Do you have knowledge of music?
Oh, that's
the one.
It's about the music. It ain't about the hardware, because you'll learn that.
right.
It's the music and being able to stay in pocket and not just be all over the place and not just play what you only want to hear in your car. You got to cater to the mass. You have to read the room. You have to learn music. So once you get that down, then I feel like, okay, yeah, you can start. Because people DJ on a computer, on a laptop.
Yeah.
You don't even need
I saw that.
Right.
I seen somebody DJ on an iPad and a
Yeah, this
controller.
one, yeah. Was it
Like-
virtual DJ, some shit like
Yeah, it's like so many ways you
Yeah.
can do it now.
Yeah.
So just learn the music first.
I want you to elaborate a little bit on learning the music, because some people can actually take that as a vague statement. You know what I'm saying? And when you say in learning the music more so, and just knowing different genres,
Knowing your genres, knowing your like 90s, 2000s, 80s, like all of that stuff. Learn all that
back
stuff.
and all that. Okay.
Go backwards first, and then all this new stuff, this is gonna be here, and it's gonna keep going. Like,
That's the easy part.
yeah, but you got to learn the history. I feel
Where
like
they sampled it from.
Right.
Where it came
Right.
from.
right, and yeah, I feel like start there.
What's your advice? Somebody trying to get into the bag, get into this artistry.
Yeah, I would say do your research on music. Just like she said, the new music gonna be here, and it's not hard to mix none of that. It's the same drum.
It's the same beat.
It's the same exact drum.
everything.
pattern, no matter the BPM. It's the same exact one. But you gotta know your old music, simply because you don't know who in that crowd. You know who in front of you, but you don't know who back there. You don't know who back there. You don't know who in the restroom. You don't know who's in there. So you need to definitely know your research before you buy that computer and decide to pay that Serato subscription.
Right, because it is a subscription now. That's terrible.
What would be your advice on how to separate yourselves from the next?
Ooh.
Know the hits. Know the hits. You know what I'm saying? You got to play the hits. My mentors always told me, play the hits. You know, if I play a song, I can play a new song, and if I got 40% of the club that knows it and the other 60% looking crazy. I'm like, okay, this one's going to an earlier set because that's my thing. My focus is about making that crowd move. And if I have 1,000, 2,000 people rocking and a promoter about a girl have a problem because I didn't play the record they think I should play it, I don't give a damn. I have done my job and play the hits, know the songs that make people, I don't care how many times you got to hear it, those songs work. And then make sure that you have a passion for music. You can never go wrong. When you have a passion for it, you'll never go wrong and you'll be able to make it in this industry. And it's no age limit to it. You can do it forever. If you want to be 100 and doing it, you might be at a different type of party. You might be at a lounge at the juke joint, but you know what I'm saying? Just like music, long as you being able to keep yourself relevant and you know, keep yourself relevant on the culture and the changes, you can do this as long as you want to do it.
And when you say culture, do you mean like in general, or do you mean like culture based on like specifying what you? So actually, that's a question for you and Shantae, because Shantae was basically saying like know the history. You know what I'm saying? Start from beforehand, and work your way towards the new stuff, because new stuff is going to be here, like Doc said. But in the end, like as far as niche is concerned, right? Specializing in a specific genre or so, right? When you say knowing the culture, are you more so concerned about the culture as far as genre is concerned, or just as a whole?
As a whole,
Okay.
As a whole and everything, but definitely you want to know the different cultures of music. Like Shantae and Doc say, you never know where you're going to be. You know, you could be doing old school party, and you don't want to be alienated that you can't go get that bag. You want to know the records. I want to know, and I thank
now,
God.
there are some of those that kind of play it safe, and they're just like, this ain't my forte.
Yeah, and
you can
that's
definitely.
cool.
You don't have to do it.
Got a lot
But if you want to have your hands
like
in
if a person
everything,
come to me and they say they want to hear a little bit of country music, I can do it. Now if they say they want to hear the country for 2 hours, that might not be. I'm not gonna be my best at it. I'm not gonna even.
it's not even going to be fun for you.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to know where your lane is and everything. But, you know, when you know that, you pretty much good. I'm just glad, like, my parents always played different kind of music when I was a kid. And when I got older, I knew they actually helped me as a DJ, because I know those records, the Isley Brothers, the Jackson Fives, and all those. Because I'm like, oh, that was the record, da-da-da-da. And then to see people dance to it, then you get a feel of what you need to do for it and everything.
Damn, I mean, I'd have been a gospel DJ. Because all my parents played was gospel music. That's funny. Damn.
Y'all ever participated in competitions? Like battles?
I did one battle and I got smoked, and I'll never do it again.
Think dust yourself off and try
I
again.
got smoked. I'll never do it again.
You don't want to try again and redeem yourself?
Nope. See, with DJs, you got many type of DJs. Many type of DJs. But you got to split it in half, like a Venn diagram. Battle DJs, and you got performance DJs.
Okay.
And sometimes you got people that can sit right on the middle. I tried that. That ain't me. I'm gonna stay on this side.
Performance DJ.
Oh man, nah. That battle DJ ain't for me. I can. Don't get me wrong. I'll smoke. I'll smoke one of you niggas for sure. But it ain't for me. That's too much work. That's too much.
Is it because of the fact that, like, I know initially when we started the conversation, you had talked about your experience and having a 20-minute set, and you weren't really feeling like you was in your bag. Is it because
it
of that?
wasn't even that. It's just that.
That's something we're used to.
Nah, that's real life. That's real. It's real life of battle. This ain't got nothing to do with like just playing a song. This is like, no, you talking to the people that you battling, but you talking with lyrics and music from other people.
Right.
Nah, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's like you almost going up in a situation with somebody DJ.
Like came to home. He taught me how to scratch after he whooped my ass. It was crazy. Taught me how to. But
that's what's up.
Who's this?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Does it all. DJ does it. It's two DJs from Dallas.
You guys spoke by two people?
Man, bro, it's bad. It was bad because it was
like, I mean it live.
So the first round was cool, you know. I smoked everybody, you know. At least I thought I did. And then these two niggas went after me. I was like, oh shit. Like, oh, this is like real DJing. Like I had never scratched before.
Finish him.
And I had never DJ. I'd never heard Rogers yet. I never heard High C yet. I haven't heard you yet. Like I haven't heard any DJ scratch yet in person. These niggas are my age, so I just know they can't do it. Nah. I should have knew when he lifted up and he had real vinyl.
Vinyl.
Oh shit. That's what I was like, shit, you probably I done seen people use vinyl, but never touch that.
Yeah.
Nah.
You just thought the crate was just there for fun.
Do shit going
Yeah.
on.
Oh man. Like
I was like, oh, hell no. Hell no.
standing on their hands and they
then the
feet
second
touch the
round
record.
then the second round came, and Sammy, he Greek. He a Kappa. He got the shimmy and shit and moving the crossfader with his elbow.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
bro, what the fuck is this? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not doing this shit no more. Ever again. Never doing this shit again.
He said, I know my
And
place.
it was like, in the third round, it was supposed to only be 2 DJs. It was like, nah, I wasn't going by Dr. McDaniels at the time. I was going by just DJ McDaniels. It was like, nah, he good. Nah, we gonna do 3. I looked at them niggas. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this last round. Y'all not finna embarrass me. And now I'm talking about they're shaking hands like, yeah, it's me and you. And once they said, nah, he gonna get in there, they kind of looked at me like, bet, we got something for you. Nah, we good. Yeah, let them do it.
Got nothing for me. I'm good.
That way,
I don't
a
even
dude
want
be
it.
coming to me
Keep it.
talking about, man, they want me to get in the ballot. What's it about? I said, go watch Juice. And if you think you can't do that, don't do it.
Don't do it. Right.
Battles.
Been a couple.
Yeah. There's a couple of local ones too sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Usually be in the cut though.
Which one? Mega karaoke DJ thing or Monster DJ?
Monster.
I won that one.
Yeah.
And the Mega DJ. I mean, I won a few. Like a lot of DJs, I got lucky. I can't scratch like crazy. I wish I knew how to scratch. I just won off of better song selection and mixing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you still don't talk
I still don't talk.
at all.
To this day.
You don't talk.
Me, it's about the
at
music.
all.
So you need it.
That's me. I do not talk on the mic. I hate it.
You do too?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, look who
But I
I
fuck up a
got
crowd
taught
of
by, so
5,000
I hate
solos,
talking.
so I don't-
I love a good MC. I'm gonna let you do your job.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna do mine.
It's a good
If,
addiction.
It's
if
a
we could
good
do it
vibe.
together, it's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
it's definitely a beautiful thing.
And I got a few that I like, so
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
Usually when you usually kind of call them up if
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep. If I know it's gonna be something that needs interaction, because I'm focused on the music.
Yeah. I think the first international title I won in Vegas was the DJ from Dubai was doing all that scratching stuff, and it was me and him, but he fucked up because he played some Afro beats. And I saw the crowd reactions. I'm like, okay, bet, final round, I got you. And just show
Wiped them out.
Finish him.
Finish him.
playing Afro beats, bet. All right.
JQ.
Mm-hmm.
You ever done battles?
No. I was kind of like always like that that championship boxer, and you know when they I'm gonna fight him. I don't know about you. And you just got to know. I think the first time I said, I always felt like with battles when I was getting in the game, it could definitely cause somebody to think, oh, he suck if you not up on like Doc saying you doing chicka. Like one time when I said I might do it, I was doing a Kappa party at A&M with Blaster, Def Jam Blaster, and he took the Rakim record. And he had a jacket on, and he was going there. I was taking off my phone, taking off my coat, taking off, and he was taking off the coat. Boom, boom, boom. Then he stopped the record. Then he stopped the record. And he stopped the record and did like this, clearing my. Then let it go, clearing my throat. I said, nah, I'll be to mess that up. Trying to do.
You see what I'm saying?
In the words of Bernie Mac on Players Club, all I do is spin records.
That's crazy though. No, they practice.
They practice that for
Yeah.
him.
Well, you know,
Like,
oh yeah, because
They
if you
perfected
if
the
that's
hell
what
out
I
of
mean,
no
that shit.
freestyle.
Right.
yeah, you got battle DJs that can't rock parties.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, so it's like those guys are
One
for
or the
sure.
other.
You know what I'm saying? That was my lane. I'm like, nah, I can scratch a little bit and I can do some nice stuff, but not like Jazzy Jeff be doing. I'm like, whoo.
Mm-hmm.
If I sit down and take my time, I probably could learn them. I'm saying, for what?
Yeah.
I want to make people dance and shake it one time. You know?
Some 20 drops that we be doing sometimes are like, well, first of all, you came up with it
Which one?
for us to do. So SK got a group, right? It's called Killer Crew. And it's almost like basically it's a group of DJs, right? And he tends to kind of put on newer DJs in a sense, or those that are hungry enough to be able to
Goes up to-
help develop as well. And then it's really just based on you. If you're hungry enough, you pretty much just go out there and pretty much get your bag. You know what I mean? But it's always kind of like giving back to those that are showing that they're hungry enough. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're not, it's nothing going to be given to you. I mean, that's what this industry is about. Like, if you hungry, you're going to get yours. If you're not, like, it's not going to be handed to you. And so that's one thing I like about how he rocks as far as just being able to give back to not even just new DJs, like old DJs as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, every now and then you have sometimes this yo-yo effect as far as like in your career. Have you ever felt that where it's just like, okay, yeah, I was on top of my game at one point, you know what I mean? Life happens. Shit happens, you know what I mean? And it's just like, so in situations like that, how do you get yourself back to that mentality of like, I got to get mine, so I got to get back on top? Or am I just content with where I'm at right now? Evolution of DJing in regards to the person.
Well, I mean, I don't even know how to answer that question. I don't even know if I'm
Loaded.
going to answer this properly. I've never had a mentality to change because I played sports. I played football. That was just it. I just messed up my knee. Now, granted, I am short a little, but that's a whole different conversation for itself. But I kept the same mentality, so it was just like if I look at the scoreboard and we down by 21, okay, well, how much time we got left? Oh, shit, this game not over? Like, so that's how I always looked at it. Like, if I ever have any question and I'm confused about anything, before I go and I get to asking questions, because I've asked JQ questions, I've asked Kane questions, I've asked Rogers questions. Now, before I get to looking for advice, I get to comparing it to something that I did in football to see if it can correlate and figure it out. But the yo-yo effect, if I'm down, I'm just looking up to see like, okay, well, what the fuck can I do to get right back up there?
I feel that. What about you, Sean? Tay?
Ooh, yeah, in my career, I've had a lot of ups and downs. So like roller coasters. At one point I was at my peak, then it kind of slowed down, and you got to figure out what it is you see for yourself. Like if you want to be at your peak, you want to be doing the best, the top, crazy book all the time, then you got to keep working. Right. But if you want to find something that's like in the middle ground, then you just, even if you go down a little bit, as long as you're working and you're using your network, that's the main thing. Like you build a network as you're navigating through this life. And I feel like you ain't never gonna be like at your lowest if you keep a good network and you keep doing good business. If you fall off, call somebody up. Hey, I'm available, you know, or whatever. Just keep learning as well. Like you said, you ain't never gonna stop learning.
Because that sometimes it's really just a change of direction.
Right, and the music is changing. Everything is changing. Marketing, like social media is like the top thing now. When people look at you, if you ain't got an amount of followers, they don't think you really popping like that.
Right.
And I can speak to that because I just lost my whole social media that I built, like 46K plus. I don't have none of that.
Okay, because I thought somebody stole your joint, so I screenshotted it.
Yeah, somebody was hating and suspended me, and then they took it for good. But because I built a network and people can reach out to me directly, you still can find me. So I don't even need social media. I don't need to prove who I am. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to that level, I think that's you can do that. Not everybody's there though, but like I said, when I moved to LA, I wasn't nobody in LA. Damn, Shantae, who? I wasn't getting booked for nothing. Even like the network of people that I was in, they're so clicked up out there. And like if you're not,
till this day,
man, if you're not kissing ass, you're not faking it, and like, you know, people in LA, no offense, but people, they just real pretentious out there. But I went out there for a year and I was like, yeah, this ain't it. Brought my ass right back. Hit people up in my network and got right back up to where I needed to be. But then I'm at a comfortable level where I feel like it's okay. And even if I want to slow down a little bit more, I can. But if I want to go up, I can. It's just like I said, you got to just keep that network.
Really on you. What about you, JQ?
I'll say the same thing that everybody pretty much says in the room. I know when with this industry, it's like you said, it's up and down. Everybody has their season. And just because you have a bad season don't mean I've seen people that been at the top of the totem pole, that went to the bottom, back to the top, middle, back to the top. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it just comes with the territory. And you just got to realize that it's not always about you. It's just this entertainment. It's a grimy game. Mm-hmm. It's a grimy game, and you can't let it stress you out. But, when I feel like I'm at a point where I need to be energized, because sometimes you get to doing the same thing so many times, and then you start to feel like, man, do I really love this like I used to love it?
Like a job sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we literally clocking in.
And then at that moment, I knew when I got into it was my passion and the love for music. And just because of spots that I'm at that feels like it's dumbing me down, and I get that feeling like I'm down, I just jump up, and on the night I'm not working, I go a place, like I said, I go a place Doc's working at, and I'll just be at the bar, and he could do something that just puts that steroid in me. Like, yeah, I feel it now.
Yeah.
And then I go out there and rock it. That's what you need, because if you just sit back, you'll go into depression.
Yeah.
You know what
If
I'm
you only
saying?
Is
listening
it
to
more
yourself.
like redundancy, or is it more like, so for instance, is it more redundancy in the self that kind of puts you in that mental state? Because it's just a common, something that would be compared to that would be like a residency.
Yeah, like what I'm doing. I do the same
It was no dig.
places.
But
No. I'm speaking on that because at some point, or at one point, I was like, oh my God, this feels like a job. I'm literally clocking it every 5-hour sets 3 times, 4 times a week. And it's just like, oh, and it's the same people in the building. It's like nothing different. It's just repetitive. Then I'll step out, go somewhere else, and then get a whole new energy, just like he said. And then I'll be like, okay. And then I'll bring another new energy to my sets. And then you just got to keep doing that. Like,
Gotcha.
you just got to keep doing it.
right.
And I always be to the point, I always tell somebody, they be like, you know, I just heard DJs like saying, you know, it was one time we was having a discussion about how, you know, how long are you going to do this or whatever. And I always say, when I don't get sick anymore, I don't get that, not sick, but that queasy feel, because every time I get ready to DJ, I get a queasy feel.
Like nervousness?
Yeah,
Okay.
every time. At this point in my career, I still get nervous. And once I get in there and get going, it goes away. But when I get that feeling goes away, then it's probably time to hang
That's
up.
actually refreshing to hear, because of the fact that you've been in the game for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And you one of the heavy hitters, you know what I'm saying? So to hear the fact that you are still getting these butterflies and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the word, butterfly.
Yeah.
Butterfly.
I felt you. I knew
Yeah,
you
you're
was going,
saying.
right? But no, that's actually refreshing to hear, you know what I mean? And to know that regardless of the fact of how big you are, how much you're in your bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, it speaks passion. It speaks passion. It's passion for the actual career or the craft that
The
you're
love of the
in. You know
game.
what I mean? Yeah, the love of the game. So that's actually dope to hear from someone like you, for sure.
I think everybody as DJs, we have to be each other's biggest supporters. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? It's just the other day, it's just go back. Like I seen Doc was out of town DJing, and I just I saw it on his story, and I just DM'd it. I said, man, this makes me smile, because it did. Because to see these guys and girls going out and doing other things in other markets, it inspires me and makes me feel good, because they're doing it at a younger age, when some people get complacent and they're scared to leave the city.
Right.
Because they like, oh, I'm going to lose my spot. I'm going to boom, boom, boom. Like Dan
Yeah.
Shantae confident enough, no, I can travel. When I come back, it's going to be right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I applaud that. So I always, when I see DJs, even when they're traveling, you know, taking time for themselves on vacations, I'd be like, man, that's dope, dog. I said, do that. Make sure you live in life too. Get the money, but make
Right.
sure you live in life too.
Definitely live life.
So what would be one gem that you want to drop to those that are aspiring to be a DJ, or those that be a better promoter, or those in the entertainment industry, period? Like, just based off of your expertise and your mindset and your focal point, like what would be something that you want to what gem would you want to throw to the audience?
Be consistent.
Be consistent.
You gotta mix what you feel and don't mix what you see. Yeah, mix what you feel and mix what you feel, don't mix what you see.
You want to elaborate a little bit on
I
that?
feel that.
I feel it though.
A lot of people get stuck in looking at them waves on their computer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get stuck just literally looking, she don't look like she want to hear that. They don't look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Close your eyes, bro. Just close your eyes and mix what you feel and don't mix what you see. And your sets will be 10 times better.
Man, look, that speaks a lot,
That's a gem.
especially to be for me. Because it's funny, because there was one time, and I'm never going to forget this day, I thought I was bombing. I was like, yo, these folks is not moving. I see just 2 heads just doing this, and that's that. As soon as I got off, and I was going to the bathroom, I was like, I couldn't wait to get off. I was like, yeah, I'm good. Go to the bathroom,
You leaving?
Sure. Yes, they ran up on me. I couldn't even go nowhere. They were like, "You leaving?" I was just like, "Yeah, my set's done." They was like, "Please go back on because this DJ suck." I'm like, "Y'all wasn't even up. Like y'all was just." They're like, "No, your set was bomb. Like we was really rocking with that. Everybody was rocking with it." I was just like, "Y'all wasn't dancing though. Like y'all was just sitting there."
That's just one thing I learned from DJing. Like 50% of it is, of course, the mixing, of course, but like. It's a confidence thing. It's psychology too. Like if they looking up, bro, and you not feeling your mix, I don't care how hard you going.
Right.
Bro, you're trash. You can be going. You can have a mediocre set, but
if you look like you have,
If you look like you have
up there
you having
going
a ball.
nuts, they like, nah, he's going crazy.
I did play
He's
it
going
off.
crazy. He's amazing. It's
Yeah.
the best DJ I've ever heard. You gotta, bro. If you feeling it, mix it. Don't look out every time and just be stuck on what you see. Nah, man, you can't. Like me, for example. If I'm in the crowd, somebody probably look at me and be like, "Oh, you want to hear some Travis, some Don?" Hey, bro, I don't want to hear that in the club all the time. Play some Sade. Watch what I do. You play some Sade in the club, give me the bottle. I'm standing up, shirt off, and I'm singing word for word. I don't care what song you play. So you can't just be stuck on what you see.
Right.
Might be looking at somebody, oh, she ratchet. She want to hear this. Play Janae Echo. Watch what she do.
I like that. What gem you want to drop, Shantae?
this was for someone up and coming wanting to get into the DJ game.
That or just
Entertainment.
entertainment?
Oh, get a mentor, get somebody, lock in with somebody that knows more than you, and be teachable and coachable.
That
Just
part.
like sports, just
Right.
like
any other
anything. Like it's the same thing.
yeah.
For me, it's do your homework, be strong, be humble, and with that, you know what I'm saying, and be patient. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to be on top a little bit too early, and you know it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? It gets frustrated, and this game will depress you and stress you out if you let it. You gotta be on God's time, not the timeline you think it is. You know what I'm saying? But it'll come around, and when it do, it's time to go to work.
You gotta have thick skin too,
Yes, indeed.
Real
man. Because some people will try to break you down, like, but you just gotta have, like we've been saying, confidence. But like, you can't let what nobody say. Like, even so, like if you have a bad set or you do a bad transition, you in your head, you're like, oh, that shit sucked. And you're going to think about it the whole night. I've went to bed and dreamed about
Yes.
sets I fucked up or
doing?
transitions that didn't go. But that person is not going to remember that, especially in their club drinking. They might hear it in that moment. They're going to keep, as long as you follow up with something better,
Something better, right?
keep it going. They're not going to remember that.
Unless
But you
it's
beating
another
yourself
DJ.
up because you know, and you know you could have did better. That happened to me so many times. Don't let that bother you.
It's like a DB mentality. You play DB, right? Like a DB mentality, man. Short term, bro.
Elephant memory.
Short. Come on, bro. Same thing.
Yeah.
3-yard slant, touchdown. Bro, it's still 3/4 left, bro. You got to forget about that touchdown before you get bombed on it. It's the same thing.
I've had nightmares about sets.
For real. That's
Why?
crazy.
I'm saying, wish I didn't stayed up just sitting on the couch like, damn, I forgot to play this one song.
Yep. That
And
would have
it
went
ended up being
perfect
the
with.
hottest song just
Yep.
because it went viral 2 days before my set. I just forgot about it because that was my first time hearing it.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a
Damn,
lot
I
of that.
forgot to play. And then I'll be jolly on the way to the crib. And it just hit while I'm getting my backpack like, oh, fuck. Damn, I
Walking
did
out
not
the
play
door.
that. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate all this information y'all gave us.
Oh yeah.
Whoever
But
watched this
fuck.
podcast, they gonna get the game.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
going to read
for
this
real.
today.
But that's the whole purpose of this podcast is be able to throw those true gems out. You know what I'm saying? Those real gems out. And that's something that you just read off the book or just be like, oh yeah, just work hard.
Y'all had
And-
great questions. I've done a lot of these, and they weren't as in depth as. Yeah, I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
be a DJ probably by next week.
You will. Oh, God.
Hey, I just got to get a name. I'm gonna do a poll on it.
Shantae, go ahead and let them know where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram with my new Instagram because DJ Shantae doesn't exist anymore, but it's Hey Shantae with 4 Y's and an SHANTE.
And if they're looking to book you as well too.
Yeah, I got a link tree on my Instagram. You hit that and you can get all my contact.
Awesome. JQ.
DJ JQUE on all platforms, OnlyFans, Christian Mingle, everything you find me, you know what I'm saying?
What a
Click the
big
message button if you need to book me. You know how we do it.
SK, where you at?
For me, everything's at DJ Silent Killer. All platforms, DJ Silent Killer.
Bookings and all too?
Yeah.
Bet.
Mine is Dr. McDaniels. The abbreviation for doctor. Please don't be a dumbass and like spell out doctor.
I mean, honestly, if you didn't
Nah, I'm
say
not.
nothing.
Some people have like walked up to me and I've told them, and it's,
Is there a dot or no dot?
There is a dot.
Okay.
On the Instagram, on Twitter, there's no dot. Bookings, there's a little link in there, right there on the bio. You click that, and they'll take care of you.
That's if they're available. They always booked. No,
Right. Seriously, try your luck, but make sure to follow. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming through.
Y'all.
Definitely appreciate
Thanks
y'all.
for having us.
Looking to continue to see y'all growth in the business and just, we definitely going to be tapping back in because he's looking to do a couple of events with y'all as well, too.
Yeah,
we definitely going to be chopping it up. Once again, make sure to subscribe at YouTube. Click the link below at the Mussalsa Podcast. Also, flash sale, www.themussalsapodcast.com. Buy the merch. Got a flash sale going on right now. You already know the vibes. I'm your girl, Coach.
I'm Ken.
And we're out.